All right, y'all. We talked about a lot of the good scenes in there and things I liked about Stranger Things season 5 ending, but let's talk about the people I ain't like and who they should have definitely got rid of. Number one being this lady right here. I don't know if she's the creator of the program or the one keeping it going. She should have been out of there. I'm talking about in the upside down, Demogorgon dogs, whatever you want to call them, Vecna. Somebody should have got her, right? And it don't make sense that Vecna didn't at least come for somebody in the military. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So she should have died. And she should have got one of the worst deaths in the show. This right here is a good example. This was a good scene, a great scene. After old boy took out the chopper and the device, and then 11 showed up, broke everybody else's neck, and then made him turn his weapon on himself. Beautiful. Beautiful. He need to be out of there. Especially after he killed her sister. Like, come on now. Get rid of him. Now, did she deserve this? Probably not. But I ain't like her. I will admit that I was wrong. I was one of those people who thought that she was low-key working for Vecna on the other team, you know what I'm saying? But to me, somebody had to die, and we used to them killing off people who just got, brought into the show and all that. So I wasn't too upset about this. I felt bad for 11 for losing her sister, but my girl was a Debbie Downer. She was always saying, hey, you need to kill yourself because I'm going to kill myself. Like, I don't know. It just... I wasn't really rocking with 8 like that. And surprisingly, that's almost the end of my hate for these episodes, because the last is just the parents, right? Like, where was y'all? Throughout these whole 5 seasons, where y'all was at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I do love that Dustin's mama is very supportive and everything, but they should have brought all the parents in Hawkins into the mix. Some way, somehow, right? So they get a little bit of my hate just because they wasn't really on it like that. That's right back on to the things that I like. The Wheelers. And, hey, I thought this man was dead. Like, he got no love throughout the series. Once we saw him once with that little golf club, which props to him, he still fought back as we expect from the Wheelers, you know what I'm saying? Karen Wheeler held it down for real, you know what I'm saying? She did what she had to do. I have no complaints outside of the fact that I thought this man was dead. I'm rocking with it. The Wheelers, they the number one family in Hawkins if it's up to me. I thought it was hilarious that we had a whole scene dedicated to my man Derek running out of breath. Why y'all did him like that? Like, I ain't gonna lie, he did switch up on my girl Holly for a quick moment, but that's self-preservation, right? Other than that, he was right there rocking with the crew, trying to get people to escape. Why y'all had to make him seem like he was just so out of shape? They did my boy down bad for that. But he still got to moving. And if I'm being real, the kids had more urgency than the older kids. I don't know. The kids that was actually going to go fight Vecna. Because these kids, in their mindscape, running for their life, right? Meanwhile, these bozos up here having a stroll. The stroll of a lifetime. Just relaxing. They don't run until like the last possible few minutes when they realize something might be wrong with 11 or Vecna's back or something like that. Like, am I wrong to think that I would at least been doing a steady light jog to try to get to where we need to be? Just in general. So they was taking their time too much. That was aggravating me a little bit. Oh, another good moment in this episode that I liked. I was worried about this, okay? The fact that they had Henry basically relive the trauma of him being a child and having to kill a man, right? Because keep in mind, I will admit, that man shot at him. Like, he was just a kid. He got shot at, he had to defend himself and everything. But the fact that, like, I was worried they would turn him into a good guy, like, have him break out of whatever hold the Mind Flayer has. And then they was like, no, he did what he did. He knew what the Mind Flayer was trying to do, and he was with it. He said, no, the Mind Flayer never had control of me. I saw what he showed me the truth. I believed it, and I'm on his side. That's a villain. Please, that's a villain. So many shows and movies and everything, they will try to give you a sad background for the villain and then make that villain come over to the good side. Sometimes we just need villains. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like this was a really good story, especially him being at the gateway to this memory. the place that Max was hiding out, and like this scene right here, where he legit, like, you could see him forcing himself to walk past that boundary where that memory starts. It's like he was, I don't know, it's something about him fighting through it, because normally we see the good guys fighting through some type of willpower or something to break through and complete the mission. This flipped it on his head. We got the bad guy fighting through a bad memory so that he can complete his evil plan. Like, this was good. This was great acting. This was good. And I know these two made up, Dustin and Steve made up last episode, but I just like the combo of seeing them fight together. I will call them wild for running up under the mind flare like that, because all it took was one bad move and that thing to drop down and they was both gone, right? But that's dedication to the mission. You know what I'm saying? They did what they had to do. Do I think everybody should have had a gun? Because I think even Mike talked to Nancy and was like, hey, you need to hand over some of that firepower, which is true. From season 1, we saw Will grab the gat. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids, give them some weapons for real. So, but anyways, Steve and Dustin did their thing. We even had my boy Lucas with his slingshot, and that was a ball. I don't know if it was alcohol or like it was something flammable. Because remember, I laughed at first because I thought it wasn't gonna do nothing. But they had their weapons. Even Mike put his little flare gun to work after Lucas hit his little slingshot thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like that we actually got to see them take action against the mind flare and not just leave it all up to 11. You get what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was good. This scene right here of the actual, I forgot what Dustin called it, but the material isotope, whatever you want to call it, science name thing that was holding everything together. Watching that explode, great effects. This right here, the music going down for the explosion, and somebody said it, but them getting the rights to Prince music, which almost impossible. I don't know how they did it, but I think they had 2 of Prince's songs in this season. Purple Rain and When Doves Cry. I'm not a music head. I just thought it was kind of crazy that they got Prince up in this thing. But anyways, this explosion thing that led to 11's death, oh my God, I know it was a part of the plan, but you just know it was kids who came up with this, because why wouldn't you just, if it was up to Hopper, he probably would have just put it on a regular timed dial thing for the explosion to happen. But no, the kids was like, hey, we got to have the right record. You know what I'm saying? Rockin' Robin, we gotta have the music playing before all this is over with. So I rocks with them for this. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but I do like the graduation scene, right? This definitely gives me Eddie vibes, Dustin representing his boy, because Eddie literally said that when he graduated, he wanted to flip the principal out. Dustin got my boy back, always. And I don't know, I like to see that all the kids graduated, even though we don't know how Max graduated when she was in a coma for 2 years? Like, we ain't gonna even question how that happened. I feel like they should have gave my girl Erica a little bit more. I know she wasn't graduating, but my girl helped save y'all lives, right? We need to give her a little bit more respect at the end of this series. In my defense, I feel like they need to do that. But let me see what else. We got the older kids having their little farewell moment. Personally, I did like that we got to see them together because they were the oldest of the group. I don't like what they did with Nancy. I'm going to just say it. Well, I don't like what they did with Jonathan either, because I wanted Jonathan he needed to sacrifice himself to save Steve. Or somebody, right? And I feel like Nancy, she's been on it since season 1. She's smart, she's capable, strong woman, and y'all have her drop out of school. Like, I feel like she could have completed school and still did what she wanted to do. That's just me. Steve and Robin, Steve ending makes perfect sense. Him wanting to be a hometown, working with kids situation. Robin, I even like Robin's. You could tell that she missed her friends, but I feel like her ending was also good. It's really just Jonathan and Nancy that I didn't really like too much, right? But other than that, great episode. I do like their endings for the most part, all right? I'm giving this season 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I think season 3 still might be my favorite, or 4, one of them. But this season was good. Tell me what y'all think. I still don't believe, but tell me what y'all think about this season. To clarify, when I say I don't believe 11 is alive. At all.